Hot Shot Trucking, Hot Shot Bennii on YouTube.
Got it. Here are some videos. Shot Bennii. Me and my dad started a trucking company. If you haven't realized yet, we do not drive semi-trucks. We drive
Pickup trucks. What's up, guys? Welcome to a brand new video, man. It's Hot Shot Bennii here, and like I said before in the recent video just now on TV, me and my dad started a trucking company. We do not drive semi-trucks yet. We drive pickup trucks. I'm here with a motivational Monday video, man. So today is more of we're encouraging the people who are trying to get into this or who are trying to survive. I know there's a lot of people out there right now trying to truck, and I know it could be a stressful environment. Trucking is not easy. You know, it's not meant to be easy. Trucking is something that you're supposed to grow, you know, and it could be stressful. It could put you in situations where you may feel like you want to quit. It can put you in situations where you may feel like that you are a complete waste. You know, it can go left, it can go right. It fluctuates all day, up and down, every day. I know a lot of people want to watch or wanted more information on this particular video, so I brought it to you. So as you can see by the title, let's just go ahead and start talking about it. So back in like, what year is this right now? 21, going into 22. So the end of 18, okay? So I gotta give you guys this backstory so you guys can completely understand. I was in a big depression. I was with my ex-girlfriend at the time. It was my girlfriend. We went through a horrible breakup. I'm not gonna bash her because everybody is human and we were young at the time, but it wasn't a healthy environment for the both of us. I didn't know who I was. I lost myself, and I also felt like I wasn't much. I felt like I wasn't important. I felt like I was beneath other people. I developed insecurities coming out of that relationship, so I felt small. I felt bottled up, you know? Anyway, I was working at this job, and I was like, you know, what's the point of working at this job anymore? I did this job for that girl, you know, I did it for her. Like, I worked every day to bust my behind so I can pay for our apartment and us live, and we tried to, you know, overcome what we were facing. I tried to be better than what I was yesterday. I was a go-getter. I was a hustler. When we separated, it was just like, what's the point of me working the job anymore? You know, I did this for her. So I quit. I just couldn't go anymore. I was depressed. I'm not gonna lie, I drove up to the job one day. I literally was in the parking lot and I said, I'm not doing this. And I drove and I left. I had my last week there, and I remember they were calling my name on the intercom. It was just really stressful. I just didn't want to hear it no more. And I was like, you know what, I'm done. You know, I'm done. And I just literally put on my green bomber jacket, you know, took off my work boots and put on my Nike slides, and I walked about the building. Never came back, never looked back. I just started working with my dad. You know, at the time he was with his Ford truck. He had his old Kaufman. I just got a brand new truck, actually. I was like, dude, let's do this. You know, I'm just gonna come out there. At first he was like, man, I'm not ready yet. You know, I haven't figured this out yet. I'm not ready. Like, just wait. And at the time I was like, you know, he didn't know I quit my job. I'm like, Dad, I'm coming out there. Like, I quit. Like I just told him. So at the time I quit, but he was right. I wasn't ready. I was still smoking. I was still drinking. I didn't know how to manage money. I was still young-minded. I was lost. I was depressed. So the whole time I was in the truck with him, I would literally, you know, not do anything. You know, for a year straight, I wasn't doing anything. Let's say 6 months. I think 6 months to 8 months. I wasn't doing anything. Literally, you know, a couple times I would come out the truck and help, of course, you know, 'cause I didn't want to see him working out there all day, but I didn't do anything. I was sitting there in the passenger seat, not doing squat diddly. And I'm gonna keep saying it because I really did not do anything. You know, we traveled the whole country and I did not know a lot of the roads. You would think I would know the roads by now over a year, but I didn't learn the roads until I got out there by myself because I slept the whole time I was out there. I was depressed, man. When you're depressed, you get into this whole funk, man, where you just want to sleep. You just want to sleep. You just want to sleep. It was horrible. I don't know if that's for everybody, but I know that was for me. And he was paying me like $700 a week to do nothing. And I went home and, you know, I started trying to pick myself up. I started going to the gym. I started buying clothes. I started going out with girls. I hopped on Tinder. I started going out with girls. You know, things I'd never done before because I'd known that girl since like high school. You know, I came out of high school and I knew her, you know what I mean? And that's the only person I've been with. I just started exploring and learning myself. And over time, I started picking myself up out that funk, but it still wasn't enough. I was still doing my thing, still smoking. And this one, I had to deal with this situation I dealt with in the past. So a while ago, I got caught with, you know, possession. It was like literally something of this small. something that small. They gave me probation for it. Me not ever being in trouble. This is the first time I've ever been to like, you know, ever been in trouble. I didn't understand the whole seriousness of probation. So when I hopped in the truck with my dad, I was out in all different states and I was not paying my probation. So come to find out, they had a warrant for me because the guy who I was dealing with, he left and somebody else came and took it, and it just looked like, oh, this guy is not paying his stuff, he's running. You know, let's go ahead and put out a warrant for him. So one day, and we're getting ready to go, getting ready to pick up some loads in the Atlanta area, we get pulled over by DOT. Now DOT, you know, we've been pulled over by DOT plenty of times and they've never, you know, got me for anything. So I'm not even thinking about this. It's not on my mind. It's not like I'm purposely doing it. I just forgot. I was in depression. I just stopped caring about things like in my past life. I just stopped caring about it. One DOT officer comes. They, you know, they do a little check and whatnot, and then for some reason they asked for my ID. I didn't think nothing of it. I gave it to them. So they're waiting back there. Like, man, it's taking forever. It's like 20 minutes go by. Another police car shows up. Okay, it's still DOT. All right, maybe they're just partners, whatnot. They're coming out, they're talking to each other, and then a third car shows up. By the time that third car showed up, man, I already knew it was a wrap. I was like, okay, bro, somebody's getting in trouble for something. I'm still not thinking in my head, hey, bro, you haven't been paying probation, because I don't know the seriousness of probation. Call me an idiot, call me whatnot, but when you have not been in trouble, you don't know the system like that, you're gonna be lost when it comes to service. I did not know. You know, I was a square. You know, I was hanging around the wrong crowd, but I never got in trouble for anything. Finally, they all come up. It was like three. I think it was three of them. I'm not gonna over exaggerate. I think it was like three of them came up to the passenger side, and they immediately said, "Hey, you know, you got a warrant out for your arrest." And I said, "What? What are you talking about?" He said, "Yeah, you having a warrant out for your arrest." And I said, "What's it for?" It was like, "Man, I can't tell you, man. It's just you got a warrant out for your arrest. It's on your name. Your name's been flagged." My dad looks at me because, you know, I'm his son. You know, my dad's he's a real family type of man, and he's like, y'all not finna take my son, you know what I mean? But at the same time, he's gotta work. And this is why I give so much respect to my dad, man, because he a real OG. I know a lot of you guys love him because of what he guys has given you guys and what he's done for this community, but he's a real OG. He's like, you know, it's gonna be all right. You know, he's trying to keep me calm, and then in his mind, he's like, no, like, you know, he's messed up. Because I remember he told me afterward, he's really messed up. Like, this can't be happening. So they took me out the car, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna set the picture for you guys. We're on the side of the road. My dad's in work clothes. I'm wearing $250 pair of J's. Actually, like $300 pair of J's. I got like some joggers on, and I got like a graphic t-shirt on, you know, with like some little fake jewelry, and I have like my what's that thing called? I have my iPhone watch. I forgot what it's called. So I was a little, you know, just like a little drip down, as people would say, but it wasn't really much. You know, that's where my mind was at. My dad's in full work clothes. We're gonna go pick up a load. I'm wearing some bright red shoes. Matter of fact, I can show you guys the shoes. I keep these shoes. I never worn them ever since, but I keep these shoes for this particular reason. I'm gonna show you guys. Just give me a second. They're all dusty now, but these are the Jordans I was wearing when I got locked up. These right here. I would never throw these away. As dusty as they have become, I would never throw them away, just because the simple fact of these were the shoes that made me really change. I mean, they didn't make me, but I was in these shoes when I changed my life, because I thought these shoes were just so important. I loved them, you know, like these are like my real first pair of J's. You know, because like I said, I was trying to find myself. So I'm gonna put these to the side. I'm just trying to paint a picture of where my mind was at, because my dad was wearing full work clothes and I'm wearing like trying to dress down clothes. And I say trying to dress down because it's like, you know, and I know a lot of you young guys out there are doing it right now. You think your clothes are more important than anything else. You think that $300 pair of shoes are more important than anything else. It's really not. Especially right now at like 18, 19, 20 years old. I mean, it's cool to buy a couple pair of shoes. You know, you gotta look like something. You know what I mean? Buy yourself some decent clothes. But even right now, I made a promise to myself. As much as I want to continue getting clothes, of course I will, because I've never bought clothes for myself. But I want to do it in a form of like, make sure my priorities are straight first before I even do anything with disposable money. You know what I mean? I bought my own merch. You know what I mean? As much as you guys buy my merch, and I appreciate everybody who has bought some merch, I end up buying my own merch. I buy my own clothes as well. So I support myself before I support anybody else. Anyway, they get me out the car and they're taking me back to the police car. This is the first time I've ever been in the back of a police car. And I'm like, bro, what is going on? You know what I mean? So I get to, I forgot which jail it was. It's one of them smaller jails. It's not no huge jail, but they're gonna use me. They're gonna keep me there and then transfer me later. So I get to holding. It was horrible. The kid who was already in there, he was like 19 years old. Big ups to brother. I hope he's doing better. But I was in there with him and I felt bad for him because he was in his football clothes. So he was like, he's still in high school. He's got a football clothes on. And I'm like, damn, like, you know, You know what I'm saying? Like, this is your situation. You know what I mean? He gets out like after 3 days. I was supposed to be in there for like a day and then transfer over to my other county that I was supposed to go to. I was in there for 7 days. My county was just really slow on picking me up. So I was there for 7 days before I got transferred. I didn't have no shower. I wasn't able to brush my teeth, do anything. I was just smelly. They let me take a shower, but I put on the same clothes. Like, there was no point. So it was horrible. And I'm gonna say why my dad's an OG, okay? I finally get transferred to my, my main county, and I get booked in and everything like that, and I finally get into population. They finally give me a jumpsuit, everything like that. And throughout that course of time, I was in there for another 28, 29 days, something like that. So I was in jail for like a month and a quarter. You know, it wasn't bad, just like a month and a quarter. That's why in my video, when I talked about it, I was like 30 years. I was like, no, it was like 30 days. I'm finally in there and I'm seeing all different type of walks of life. When I say this, I mean 18, 19-year-olds, 50-year-olds, 40-year-olds. Everybody's in here for just stuff just as ridiculous. This is what I finally found out about the system. And I'm just like, it's sad to see that these kids are products of their environment. They don't know no better. You know, I'm in there talking about, my dad's got this trucking company and I feel like I'm messing up. I feel like I'm doing this. And they're telling me, yeah, we got caught kicking down doors. Now pause, hear this. Their conversations were, yeah, we got caught kicking down doors, or one of them was having domestic issues with his mom, or somebody else got caught driving DUI. And I'm like, none of this is you, bro. None of this is you. You grew up in a life where your parents did the best they could to provide for you. Like, none of this is you. None of this is you. Just because you're surrounded by it does not mean you need to be contaminated by it. And I told myself that. And the whole time I was in jail, and I ain't gonna cry or nothing like that, but the whole time I was in jail, my dad was out there busting his behind, driving across the country, trying to make enough money to take care of his business, his mortgage, himself, and also get the money to bail me out, or not even bail me out, but to pay the rest of my probation so I can get out, because I violated my probation. I think it was like $1,700. I remember one time I called him, I was able to call him. He put some money on my books and stuff. He took care of me while I was in there, and I called him. I said, where you at? And he was like, I'm in like New Jersey. He's like, how you treating you in there? And like I said, I ain't gonna try to be no lame and cry on no camera, bro. You know what I mean? But it's touching because this is real life. You know what I mean? This is real life. And he was telling me, he's like, he was worried about me, like how they treating you and out there, how they treating you. Because when you're a kid, if you got a kid, because I don't have one, but I can imagine how you felt. Your only son goes to jail. The stuff that you see on TV. You ain't never been to jail yourself. The stuff you see on TV and stuff, it probably goes to your head. Like, are they doing stuff to him? Are they violating him? Y'all can imagine. I'm not gonna go into detail, but y'all can imagine what some people probably would think would go through your head. Because my head, I'm thinking, oh, I'm about to fight some people off, yada yada yada. But it was actually pretty cool when I got in there. People were real chill, because my size, I'm 6'3", I'm a big dude. They gave me a lot of respect. And then when they found out I was 22 years old, I'm a full big old 22-year-old in there with a beard. Like, they gave me a lot of respect. Like, I'm not gonna say I was no kingpin in there or nothing, but like that. But like, I was, they gave me a lot of respect. Like, I got walked in there, they gave me the top bump. They showed me love. We played spades all day, you know what I'm saying? It was cool. It wasn't not that bad, you know what I'm saying? But I'm on the phone with my dad, get my little 15 minutes in every other day. And he was like, I'm in Jersey. Then I call him like 3 days later. Then he's like, yeah, I'm down over here in Colorado. Then I call him like another 2-3 days later, or he tried to, because I could text too as well. He reached out to me. He was like, hey man, I'm over here in Ohio or something like that. So he was running. He was running because he knew that he had to make that money for the company, because he only had one truck at the time, for his household, and then also take care of me and get me out. He did that for like the whole time I was in there. He didn't come home. The whole time I was in there, he didn't come home. And it was the most realest experience I will ever have in my life, and I cherish it to this day because it really turned my brain to be like, hey bro, this ain't you. All them things that you have about when you talk about you want to be this, you want to be that. And I'm talking to you right now who's watching me, who's struggling in life right now. You talk about you want to be a NASCAR driver, or you talk about you want to be an astronaut, or you talk about whatever you want to be. You can do that. Don't let nobody sit here and tell you can't do that. You can do whatever you want to do. You have to make that switch in your mind and be like, I'm going to do it. You got to wake up and breathe that crap every single day. When I was in there, I was telling myself, man, Lord, please, if you just let me smell grass again. And I know I was only in there for like 36 days. Some folks doing 5 years, 10-year bids. They down the road doing that time. If you out here in the free world right now and you watching me right now freely and you want to do what I'm doing, or you want to do whatever it is that you want to do, you just like the fact that I'm motivational, I'm inspirational. I get the messages all the time. Don't just say I'm motivational, inspiration. You have to become that. Like I was saying, Tall Guy car reviews is my motivation. That's my inspiration, because he still is. Omi and the Hellcat, he still is. Them dudes are my motivation. You can be somebody else's motivation. I don't look, and I'm gonna tell you this, I switched my whole life up. I stopped watching celebrities. I stopped getting on like ATL Scoop, CNN, all that. I mean, of course I pay attention to what goes on in this world, but I stopped paying attention to people who really aren't that important. I started becoming a celebrity of my life. I be trying to preach that all the time. You can become the celebrity of your life, even if millions of people don't know you. Your mom know you. Your brother may know you. Your uncle may know you. I get cousins all the time telling me, man, I'm really inspired by what you're doing, man. Because it's a different feeling when somebody right next to you is making a strive to be better and then watching somebody on television. It's a different feeling. It's a different feeling. So it's switched in my brain. I'm like, bro, I gotta do something. I'm better than this. I'm not saying I'm better than the next man in here, but I'm better than what we're doing. I'm not better than you. I'm not better than you. I'm not better than him. But I'm better than what we're doing. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever race you are, whatever color you are, whatever you identify yourself as, you can be better than what you are today. You have to wake up and tell yourself that. You have to wake up and do it. So that's what happened. That's what happened to me that made me switch, because I never want to go back there. I never want to put my dad back in that situation. That's why I go so hard for 181 Transport. That's why I go so hard for Hot Shot Bennii. That's why I go so hard for you guys. A lot of you guys will tell me in the comments, man, you gotta sell the game, not tell it. Why? Why can't I help my man next to me? Why can't I help the woman next to me? Why I gotta sell it? Why? Y'all go out there and sell these courses for $1,200, $2,100. Y'all give these folks a portion of the freaking full agenda. You give them a portion of the full list. You give them like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but you don't give them 6 through 20. Why? Everything's about money, money, money. Man, help the man next to you, bro. Help the man next to you. That's what I was all about, because I wish to God I could help them dudes in there. It was a 19-year-old talking about, when I get back out of here, bro, I'm gonna knock down so many doors. What you mean? You finna go do some more crimes? Like you ain't learned your lesson? Product of environment. He don't got nobody around him to really show him, hey man, this is how you do it. Lil Baby talk about it all the time. QC and all them dudes, like all them people, they helped him out. Hey bro, this is how you do it. This is how you really get to that bag. It's different. That's why I love Lil Baby so much. You go to my Instagram, I play Lil Baby all day. I love Lil Baby because where he came from is like, hey man, I'm better than this. Now he still do a little, you know what I'm saying? He do a little thing, but other than that, he is better than everything else that he was. So just be better than what you was yesterday, man. That's it. That's all I'm saying, because what I went through, people went through worse. You know what I mean? They still ain't changed. But that one little 30 days, I know some folks, you know, they're gonna be lame and be like, man, you only did 30 days, man. You ain't did nothing. Them 30 days did something way more to me than somebody who did 6 years. Now look at me a year, 2 years later. Look at me now. Look at my apartment. You know what I mean? Look at where I live at. Look where I'm living. And I'm not bragging about it, but I changed my mind and I accomplished so much more. The reward was so much more. All because, you know, that one little moment, man. I don't even blame. There was this, you know, the whole situation on how I got in trouble to get on probation was really like one of my homies left the stuff in my car. I'm not mad at him no more. I actually still talk to him. I ain't mad at him no more. I never was mad at him. The reason why I'm not mad at him, because that was my God's mysterious way of talking to me. And you're going to learn this lesson today. Because if I never learned that lesson, y'all would not be watching me right now. Y'all be watching somebody else. Y'all would not be saying I'm motivation to you guys. But anyway, man, that's the story of how I went to jail, how I changed my life for real, for like the whole thing. I got more stories to tell, but I mean, of course, everybody's got a story to tell, right? So I may do these every other Monday. Hope you guys appreciate the video. I love y'all. It's been real. That was something real from the deep from my heart. I know a lot of people probably will be able to relate. Other than that, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Definitely tap into the merchandise. We dropping new merch coming soon. Season 2 is on the way. I love y'all, man. Be safe. Peace.
Counting these commas, we run it up. All of these hoes, they won't come with us. Sipping that dirty, she getting real sloppy. Staying high, now she living the dreams. On the pants, Magello on me. Jolly Ranchers mix it up with the lean. Johnny Dang, all my diamonds on fleek. Pop me a perk and she think I'm a geek.